Okay, let's start. Okay. Anybody have read that thing? What's his name? Dick, Daniel, have you read the book? How far have you read the book?
I'm finished. Okay. Go ahead, Dick.
You're good. You are finished. I tried to find some time, and I opened the book before, and I realized that there is so much things I missed when I read it last time. So I started to read the book and got to chapter 2 instead. So, but now it's going to be a little bit more time to spend on it, but I have not been able to read the book yet.
So Dick, you didn't read the book yet then?
No, I started with the previous book again because I read it from another point of view now. So I see that I missed out so many things in that book. So I go over it again.
Yeah, it's not easy read book. I mean, you need to have a certain basic. So, Daniel, what do you think?
What I think, I finished the book, and it's a great book. I mean, like I said last time, it is.
What do you get? Everything. What do you get out from it?
What I get out from it is that I know where to improve. I know where to start, and I started to train with the T2 ISO trainer, and I know where how to use the tools to do that. And this book is crazy. I mean, we covered everything.
You want to share with us, like every chapter, what you got out from it?
First chapter is about the General Chi Kwan, the multi-dimensional training, and the 3 strategies: the upper, the middle, and the low strategy. Then we have the short strike, how to implement short strike, and the way the Shaolin monks did it, and and then the third chapter 3 is about Wing Chun 1850, and how it's related to the Shaolin and to General Chi Kwan. So it's one straight line. And then the functional training, the chapter 4, and how to train and how to use modern tools, and how to use wearable when you train, and and all the important things like the age model, which is what, and which level gonna be when you train, when you do for example the form or this and that. Then you are in a low, and then age model you on level 1, and then you have level 4 and 5, which is a high level, and and how to use how to train. And then we have chapter 5, which is chapter 5 was, can you help me, Hendrik? We have the momentum, I think was the momentum, and how to use momentum and how important momentum is. And Wing Chun has different momentum than, for example, Western boxing or other martial arts. And then we have the chapter 6, which is
your audio is drop off. Your audio, your voice.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, this is better. This is better.
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. I could hear him all the time.
Okay. Yeah. So then we have the chapter 6, which is about how to reuse momentum, or to reuse momentum, and and then we have the chapter. I know the chapters. I've read them all, but I have to have a look.
How is the technical stuff? You know, like momentum is not just momentum, right? It's not just ideas. There's all kinds of stuff there, right?
Yes. So we have the steps, which is the footwork, which is really important, and how to angle. For example, if one attacks me, how to angle to do the footwork, and yeah, and all this stuff. So
it is not simple.
recycle momentum. I wasn't looking for the word recycling. Yeah, it's not simple. No.
It is not simple stuff. You don't see this in Wing Chun books or in the teaching of Wing Chun for past so many decades, right?
Right, that's true.
It's with the details.
Yes, it's like MMA. I mean, I read the book, and to me, it's like, yeah, when I read it, it's like more MMA, and the ancient knew what they were doing. The Shaolin, the General Chi and Wing Chun from the the Wing Chun from rebels. They knew what they did, and it got lost. In the last 100 years, and now it has to come back again.
Now the important thing is this. The important thing is, if you read that book, do you know the uniqueness of short strike Wing Chun?
Right.
That's critical. If you read the book, you don't know about short strike Wing Chun, that means you don't get it. Right? So Raymond, have you go somewhere? I mean, how far have you go for the book?
I've the last time I finished was chapter 3, I believe. It's a lot of information, so I I have to learn it before I can really tell what I think about it. It's there are a lot of things I want to go deeper in it, and it's a lot other.
You see, you cannot think, you cannot read the book. You need to have experience to get that book. That's why I said that books are textbooks. So if one do not have experience and one doing Wing Chun like today and then read that book, one will have no idea what it is. For example, Joe have experience here. No, just share this morning in the group. Joe, how long have you doing Wing Chun?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years and a few months. Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you practice? You practice
1960s.
You practice.
I used to practice Sanda. Practice and compete in Sanda before that, and I had several experience with several martial arts when I was younger. So I was into Taekwondo. I was into kickboxing. I did some MMA and Jiu-Jitsu just to have the experience of it when I was younger. But mostly it's Sanda and 1960s.
Okay. So you have all this experience. Now, tell us about your experience with using that 3 center instead of 1 center. What is that different with Wing Chun? What is that different with the usual Wing Chun you practice, that 3 center, which I'm making video.
All right.
Share with us.
Yeah. So I saw the video. I saw you mentioning several times the 3 centers, and you came up with the video. So I watched it. I took a few notes. I tried it on the wall like you did to get the feel of it, how to stick. So I thought maybe these principles are a bit like general and can be applied to what I already know.
Yeah.
I can tweak what I already know and experiment with it. So before that, what I used to do, I used to stick, but not the close range, not the short strike range, because this is not what I was taught to do.
Yeah.
The sticking range was for me when I did Sanda, for example, if I needed to take down someone, or when I needed to do the clinching or to do the takedown. But in the Wing Chun that I did, this never happened. So what I decided to do is I invited a friend over because currently I train at home. The gym is closed. And at my limited space, we decided to do some friendly sparring. So I put in my mind that I need to do this sort of homework. So, because I just did it on the wall. It's not a living partner. I was happy it's a limited space because I don't want it to run too much after him to close the gap.
Yeah.
So what I used to do is I used to go in, try to break the guard from what I learned from the 1960s Wing Chun, but with going extra forward. So I didn't want to stay a bit far from him. I wanted to go a bit forward. So the key to that is to first get the hip, stuck into him like I needed to take him down. And I used my shoulders and upper limbs to control his hands or his arms, because I wanted him to move and hook me. So I just wanted to do that. I didn't want to strike him. So I stuck into him. And I did something extra with my legs. I hooked his legs. So I put my foot behind my knee stuck to him, and I put the weight on the forward leg, not on the rear one, because what I used to learn is the weight is on the rear leg. No, what I did is the weight on the forward one, and I put some pressure. What happened to him is he was a bit off balance. He was a bit lost because he tried to move. He tried to get away to hook or something. I stuck into him, and my knees were a bit loose at that time. So when my knees were a bit loose, I was able to easily move with him while getting stuck at the same time. So this is in brief. Sorry if I take too long. This is what happened. This is what happened with him.
Now
it was an experience. I didn't want to beat him up or something. I just wanted to try what I understood.
Now, Daniel, what is he describing? You read the book.
Again, can you please repeat the question?
I couldn't hear you again.
Send the question.
Daniel, I cannot hear you again.
Can you hear me? I said, sorry. I said, what was the question?
Oh, I say
the question was, could you describe what the previous viewer were talking about, binding it to the book?
No. Okay. So Dick is right. So Joe is telling his experience, right? So you are the guy who read the book.
Yes.
How is that? Since you read the book, how is you read describing what he's doing? What he's doing, what he's doing, and how is that applied to the book?
Okay, what he did was he used the footwork of the Shaolin, where you the plum flower footwork, where you go in and whether you go diagonally and try to take his balance, or you go straight, but the most of it is just to cut him, to take his stability. That's what you did, right? So you went through his legs, and to take his balance and try to close the back, to fill in like you described in the book, which is the chapter 2. And that's what you did. You tried to close the back, to fill the gap all the time. And this is the part of the footwork which Henrik describes in the book, so which is in chapter 2. And this is what you did. And what I want to say while you were talking about sticking, I mean, I'm experienced in Wing Chun. I've been doing Wing Chun for 20 years now, or more than 20 years. What I've learned is being stuck or sticky hands, short strike is always keeping up on the opponent's arm or your partner's arms, and that's it. But the short strike is different. It's like, close the back, use the shoulder, use your hip, use your butt. You can use anything to close the gap, and then to bring them off balance. This is what I also try with my students, not hurting them. Yes, I always play with them. And true, I mean, you go in, then you play with the knees and start to do the knee strikes, and then you go through his legs. Then when you see, okay, he's coming close to you, you start to give him, to bump him with your shoulder, with your hip. And this is all that thing is described in chapter 2 and chapter 3. This is really great.
So
this is what you did.
That's why I summarize the entire thing. Wing Chun short strike is a 3-center. It's not one. Don't follow those Tai Chi stuff or whatever internal. You're gonna lose it. And so like Joe here, Joe, when you get in like that, then you can handle. You don't have to hit him, strike him. You control his momentum. Am I right, Joe?
Yeah, yeah. It becomes easy as long as you can follow him, as long as you can keep the contact as very close quarter to the guy.
See, so that is what is in chapter 2. It said that in the chapter 7, right? Daniel, chapter 7.
Yes.
You have an alternative to control them without hurting them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the proficiency of a martial art is not go punching people in the face or in the head.
Right.
It's this proficiency of handling people.
Yes.
So that's why in chapter 7, if you read chapter 7, Raymond, do you have the book with you now?
Yeah, yes.
Chapter 7, you look at the chapter 7, okay? Chapter 7.
Conduct.
You found that under the second one. The first in the chapter 7 is Chi Chi Guang, that you need to test it. If you don't test it, who know what the heck's going on? The second is from you found that Shaolin short strike. You don't have to actually hurting people. Right.
Chapter 7, conduct.
Yeah, and the conduct.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're talking nonsense. It's like you need to test. You need to test. You need to know how well. Now, of course, if you don't practice, how can you know? Okay. So like Joe said, well, if you don't practice, how can you know? And another thing is that because you practice, you know, you get it. You get the things that the science is proper. You can control him. You don't have to hit him. Why do you want to hit the people anyway? So the science, the idea in the ancient is that you can have advanced Kung Fu, but advanced Kung Fu doesn't mean that I beat you, I bully you, I'm number one. No, the advanced Kung Fu is see that, okay, now let me see I can control you without hitting you or not. So it's not the number one. I'm the best fighter. I'm the best lineage. But can I control him in this angle, this angle? Okay, he might hit me, okay, in the testing. The issue is that you test out the skill. Because the skill you want is not the number one you want. And that's actually the teaching of General Chi Chi Guang too.
If I can describe, sorry, Henrik, if I can describe it, for example, I do BJJ, and BJJ we have fun. So we test our techniques, but without hurting each other. That's what we want. We try, we roll, we stay as close as we can. And BJJ on the ground is like short body, close, short strike, like in Wing Chun, like the way you describe it, but in standing. In BJJs, we are on the ground and try to stick at our partner, close the gaps as best as we can. And it's like it's having fun and not hurting each other. And that's what you also said in your videos. You were talking about, some people, we have to trust it, or somebody in the group, Facebook group, he wrote, we have to test it in the stress. When we're under stress, under pressure, that's not the thing. If you spar with somebody, you have to have fun and not, beat the guts out of each other. And this is really important. This is the part where you learn. If I do, for example, if I spar with somebody on the ground or standing position, then yeah, we have fun, we test it out. But if I start to beat him or to hurt him, he doesn't want to train with me anymore because he's crazy. He always tries to break my arm or break my legs or break my nose. This is not sparring. Sparring is fun, and you are right, Hendrik. This is
Yes,
what I want to say.
Go ahead, Dick.
sparring should be fun and it should be used to develop your skills. It should not
Right.
be.
Yeah.
The key point is not to knock somebody out. It's to find the gaps and how you're using your footwork to get in and place your kick or only touch him. If you're doing taekwondo, if you're doing hapkido, it's to get him in, get him off balance, holding him off balance, take him to the ground. And in
Right.
Wing Chun, getting in, controlling him, practice footwork. So both of you are developing your skills. It's not about knocking out each other. It's easy
Yeah.
to knock
Yeah.
out people.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is not the purpose with the training. It's to
Yes.
develop each other in a fun
Yeah.
way.
Yes. That's true.
There are many things, Joe. There are many things about that. Now, the three center is actually the core idea, and the other thing is like right now Daniel is doing the class in the short strike foundation. There, you need to align the body because again that become to the uniqueness of the art. So when you talk about uniqueness, it's like you talk about BJJ, you can control people and so forth. Wing Chun, you have to have that uniqueness that you play with people. And then when you have friends talking with people, you don't talk about I beat you, I am number one, you know, my lineage is number one, and all those kind of things. You talk about, hey, this techniques, I can come with this angle, or I can come with this angle. Okay, you can disagree and say, okay, let's go try it. Okay, slow, fast, fast. And then you can, that's how you grow yourself, how you grow the art. The more people try it, the more people know about it, the more people, then you see that, oh yeah, Daniel can do this. Hey, Daniel, how do you do that? You say, well, Daniel said this, and I follow, and I learn from that. So everybody will contribute, you know, and that's the way how. Just look at this. Let me tell you this. If you look at 1967's Oyama, Mas Oyama's Kyokushin video, training video, you compare it with 1974, 78, you see how much it changed, okay? You look at how Oyama, you know, is in YouTube, 1967, of course, 1964 is fought in Thailand. So by 1970, 74, 75, you look at a different thing, and then by 1977, you look at it different things. I mean, you see more and more proficient. Well, your Wing Chun need to be like that too if you want to grow. The same with BJJ. If you look at the first of beginning of BJJ until, you know, a few years later, and your UFC time, everything, thing grow, thing develop. Okay.
Yes.
And the more you can have this, the more you don't have to hurt people, and the more you can accept that, okay, I'm not that good in this handling, or maybe Joe is better than me in that handling. You can accept that. Why? Because this is technology stuff, technique stuff. We know that in the sparring, nobody is God. Nobody always has to be win. And in fact, we don't want to win. Like Joe, when you have fun with this Thai boxing friend.
Yeah.
Do you want to win or you want to
have fun? No. To learn, to experiment, to have fun.
Okay. Now with that, then you know that. Now with that, you know that the three center I mentioned is real, right? And right away, that is very different than the usual Wing Chun. The clothes, and it's a different paradigm. Now, that's what we want. That's not about I'm sitting here, I'm the 1850s Wing Chun, I'm the grandmaster, you bow to me, and then you'll learn a lot of things. No, it is about everybody learn the basic science, and then everybody get proficient with it, and everybody grow with it, and everybody get even better. Otherwise, what future you have? You don't have future. And now you can see, like Joe, now you can see the uniqueness. Daniel, you can see the uniqueness, right? the uniqueness of it.
Yeah.
And Raymond, the reason, if you using your mindset, your old Wing Chun mindset to read that book, you will not know what it is, because it is beyond that paradigm. And that's why many friends and everything, when they read the this restricting Wing Chun and the Wing Chun Inception, they don't get it. Why they don't get it? Because you try to fit whatever in this book into your mindset. You cannot fit it in, because whatever in your mindset is just a piece of something. And now you look at the entire picture, right? So this morning I make a video on let's clean up the Kung Fu, traditional Kung Fu. One need to know the system, the entire big picture, and then one need to work with it. We don't want to be exclusive. We want to be like BJJ, like Western boxing, like Kyokushin, and we can have fun, okay, and not sitting down there keeping bad mouth other grandmaster or any lineage or anything. Because the bottom line is right now, right? Like in the book, Daniel, like in the book, and Raymond, in the book, chapter 7 on the chapter 6 on the recycling of momentum.
Yes.
Can you notice that 3 type of the thing which you can spot the momentum is in trouble? Then you know that thing.
Yes. When me think about it, so
it's in this page, in the page 156.
Yes.
You see that, you know it's in trouble already.
So it's recycling momentum. Yes.
You see this, you know they are not recycling their momentum. You see that they are overshoot.
You can't because
so when you see this in your opponent, right away you bait him for 2 times, you can read his momentum.
Yes.
The picture is there for you can read your opponent's momentum. So what fight? What do you want to fight? When people can read your momentum, and we need every Wing Chuner should be able to read other people's momentum. If I move a little bit, I see how you move. I read your momentum. Which type? Which type? Can I get in or not? Do you really have the handling or not? We know. I mean, it's a science. It's not some kinds of magic.
Yes.
And of course, you need to practice whatever I show here in the momentum, in the recycling of momentum. How to handle that? If you don't, you will never know your body. And the same thing with the momentum chapter. In the momentum chapter, you don't know how to move. So the problem is that you need to know how to move, and then you proficient with that, and then you know what is your opponent do, and you can mark him. Otherwise, how can I know your opponent, your opening? Everybody say, I'm going to strike your opening. I want to attack your opening. So what is opening? What is opening?
Opening is when the opponent gets a little bit off balance, and there is a space that you can steal from him.
Okay. Yes. So right away at the instant you need to get in, and you need to know his opening, and then you can set him out.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, if you always your weight is leaning backward, I can set you up. Why? As soon as I push you, you're going to go fall.
I'm gonna fly. Yeah, I'm gonna fly.
Yes.
So that open for what? Open for the takedown.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you do half of his job for him already.
Yes.
Yep. But if you can recycle momentum, you can go different different direction. Then the guy who tried to take down, he have to think twice. He said, if I go like that, he's going to go sideways. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. So it's a game of momentum. But you need to know how to handle your body, and you need to know what it is. If you've never been taught, how can you? And again, you know, you said you team punching, right? Today's art, Wing Chun is hand art.
Yes.
But as a Joe now experience, it is not a hand art, it's the entire body go and entire body stick. How much momentum do you have that compared with the hand art?
You have more momentum because you have your whole body behind it.
Use the weight of the body.
Because our arm is just having a certain amount of weight, and if you don't have the momentum of your body and your hips, and you speed in whatever you do, you don't have any momentum. You only have a weight of arm. A weight of arm is not enough.
So so the same thing is like if you face a Thai boxer or other karate, and then you're just using your hand, how can you face him? How can you face him? Okay, like Joe's experience. Joe, what is the difference if you're just using your hand versus your Thai boxing friend?
It has no power. It has nothing.
Yeah,
there's nothing behind it.
Yes,
there's nothing behind it.
You do not have anything threaten him, and thus you're in trouble.
Yeah, just sloppy hands, nothing behind it. Yeah.
So the issue is this: is your body go in, you stick in everything. It is a different paradigm.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to learn everything, like I know, like right now Raymond is is doing the 6-13-3, right? Raymond is that you know your body, right? You know your body more. If you want to go through the entire thing, there's a lot of material there. That's why all these books. But if you want just have a taste of it, it's like Joe. You just know that 3 center and you go in, you say, oh, whether it works or not, the first order you know. Is it BS or it is real? Is this a real science? You know, it is work or not, right? But all the details, like the breathing, everything, you need to develop it. If you don't develop it, you don't have it. So the book is intent about the intent for the textbook. This Restricting Wing Chun is intent for the for the short strike Wing Chun textbook. It just show you everything in the basic. It's a comprehensive that you need to know this. If you don't know this, you cannot play. How can you play if you don't know the three center of handling? You cannot play. And that's why, again, with the ISO chain stuff, if one guy is playing that 3 handling of the center with the ISO chain different angle and the T2 different angle, you want to get into that. That guy is practically like a BJJ guy, but he's standing. He's not in the ground, but he's standing, okay? It's just like you don't want to deal with people who is doing BJJ in the ground. You don't want to deal with a short strike Wing Chuner in the standing because it's everyday ISO chain and then use a T2 and everything. So his body is different. Okay, only that way you say, well, I have uniqueness. That's the fun of it, right? And everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. So Daniel, you use T2. How is it?
It's great. It's great. You can. I mean, you do all the techniques you can do with it, and it's like when the T2 really tells you if you're doing your things right or not, because you start to move and, for example, doing the punches, and you notice your shoulder, you notice the connection of your shoulder blades and how this one is related to this, and back again from left to right, from left to right, and right to left, and really you feel the connection, and yeah, it's different. If you just do punches like this. Sorry, can you hear me?
Still.
Yeah, we can hear
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when I do punches, for example, without having anything, you don't feel the shoulder. I mean, you feel it if you experience, but it's with the T2, it's like, yeah, you notice every muscle. You notice your shoulder, your wrists, your elbows, and yeah, the shoulder blades and the muscle, the sinews, everything. And this is great, just to tell the part of it. And yeah, I've been using it for a week now.
That's
Train
why.
with it.
That's why I
It's great.
introduce all these feedback tools. You need to know what you are doing. And then you need to be able to transfer experience. Like right now, right? COVID time, you are in Germany and in the Silicon Valley. And as soon as I say you do this with your T2, you will experience this right away. We can transfer experience. Like with Joe. Joe, if you get the 3 in, your body in, and then you press in and so forth with the 3 center, then you will get that. And Joe, go try it out, and you, wow, the experience. If you don't have those feedback tools and the experience, what do you call that, conduit to let people experience it, what the heck you are talking about? I mean, I cannot sitting here. This is short strike. This is how my grandmaster do it. You do it slowly, and then you will get that. I mean, come on. But right now, it's not. Okay, right now is you go do T2 this way, ISO chain this way. You feel that? You feel that? When you go in with your what do you call that? With your shoulder, and then with your hip push press forward, while your knee will go together, then you just slam, you just jam that guy. What, do you feel it? No, you go down, you say, well, I feel it. Well, that is the how doing technology transfer. We need a new technology transfer. I cannot go teach everybody in the world, but anyone who listen to me and with the book, with the T2, with the video, if they do it, they will get the same experience. That's how it is. And you don't have to pay me 10,000 euro, but of course, if you guys want to pay me, I'm happy to take it, okay? Because I need to buy all the tools. The ISO chain is for $500. Okay, the ISO chain is $500, right? So I have to buy before my wife.
$500.
Yeah, before my wife screaming, right? So so the thing is that I have to be my guinea pig, so I can transfer this. And of course, again, right? I keeping saying that this is for the art, for the culture, not for fighting, right? I want everybody have the skill. And I want everybody not fighting. Because
it's for the personal development.
Yes.
It's to get your skills higher together, help each other out, to improve the skills and transfer the skills to other people. So more people know about how it should be done and how you develop the body to support the skills.
Now, if I don't write this, and if I die,
yeah, we wouldn't know.
Imagine if you read the book now, and you've been instructor, you've been in so long in all this business. If I don't write this book and I die, what do you think the void, the gap is there? You cannot recover, because my generation, if in my generation is gone, you cannot recover. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right, the Wing Chun Inception, right? I mean, the nurture chi, using this to check it out. If that thing is not laid out and everybody can experience it, you don't have it. And the key is you cannot recover. That is really, really a disaster for a culture, for thing. Then it becomes just a label, no meaning anymore. And so that's why, like today we talk about, we want everybody to have fun, and you can do sparring. Don't be afraid of sparring. There's no such thing as, under pressure. Under what pressure? Under tense. That means you don't know this. It's like people who go swimming. Those who learn swim love to go down to the water. Did they drink water? Sure, okay. But there's no pressure. You don't want to say, I want to learn something in the land so that I can go down to the water without pressure. The minute you tell me that, I tell you, you never learn how to swim, right?
Yes.
If a guy who tell you, everybody here know how to swim, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if one guy tell you that, I want to learn some move here so that when I go down to the water, I don't have, I can handle it. I don't have pressure. I can face the pressure. I can face the stress. You know right away that guy have no idea what is the pressure swimming.
Yes.
Okay. It is a different mentality, different world.
Yeah. But nobody.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, nobody's able to learn under pressure. Nobody can learn under pressure. How can somebody learn under pressure? So if I know, if my students, for example, take my student as an example, if I tell him, let's do sparring, and I start to hurt him and this and that, what did he learn? Nothing.
That's bullying,
because he's always all the time under pressure because he knows, oh, Daniel is gonna hit me, he's gonna hit me hard, and he's gonna hurt me, and always being, you know, in a defensive position. That's not the point. When I spar with my students, I let them play, and I try to dodge. I improve my footwork, my body work. That's what I do, and then they can try. And when we spar, we never hurt each other. We do it to have fun, and after that, we all, we have fun, and we are happy.
Okay, you go in the YouTube, look at Mas Oyama in the summer camp, one of the summer camp, teaching his top world class fighter, you know, who win in the world open. You see how Oyama said, one time Oyama inside there, Mas Oyama said, oh, he is good, but when he do a high kick, the Australian opponent is actually bow down to get away from the kick. And then Oyama is keeping there talking about, oh, when you do this kick, you want do it when the opponent is standing, and so forth, so forth. So it is having fun there. Yet you're trying to fight a Kyokushin fighter, Oyama trained. You see how tough it is. So you say that those guys who learn from Oyama have a lot of stress? No, I mean everybody having fun. Okay, thinking something. Oh, I can do this. Okay, and does Oyama know? Sure, right? I mean, of course, he's watching that competition, and so he can tell his student, okay, when he stand up, you kick him in the high kick, but when he's low, you don't do that, and so forth, so forth, so forth. And so it's like every day as in the classroom. It's not something like, this is grandmaster, I have to have this and have that type of a special thing. There's nothing special. We all equal. We all can talk, have fun.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the intention of the book. The era has to be end. Like this morning, I make that video. Let's clean up the kung fu. Okay, the traditional kung fu, because a lot of things today is over exaggerate, overstate. When people do not know anything, they overstate stuff. And the Chinese, yesterday I just go ballistic in one of the Asia forum. Years ago, the White Crane from Fujian Museum make a video. Oh, Wing Chun is from Fujian, and after the uprising of the Taiping, they changed the name into Wing Chun. Okay, so I wrote the article. Hey, come on, Wing Chun already before that. Okay, exists by history. Yesterday I saw that the video from Gulou, Canton, said Liang Zhan is the guy who created Wing Chun. I said, what the heck are you guys Chinese trying to do? Okay, now the issue, the scary part is this. And then I show them, I said, in the West, there is the hypothesis of saying that, you see, the Western boxing boxers document is same with Wing Chun. Now I say that, so how are you going to prove anything when you don't know, you make things up, and the Western people who hypothesis get, you know, like this document and that document. So at the end, if you're keeping like that, 30 years later, nobody know where Wing Chun is from. And then people say, yes, it's from the British teaching them how to boxing properly because I have document is the same. Well, yet, that's why I put this out. Yet you want to see what the heck are you dealing with. And the Chinese is going that way, and overstatement or this chi and everything. Watch that video, okay? You're going to screw everything up. We cannot afford that. We want to be like BJJ, like Jiu-Jitsu, like Judo, like Western boxing. We want to be ordinary. We just want to be having fun, learn something.
Yep.
We don't want to be grandmaster. I don't want to be grandmaster. You want to be grandmaster? You be like Mas Oyama 24/7, 365 days. You see that he's always there. Oh, this is when you punch, you have to be punched this way. You look at his video, how he teach. He has to be energetic. He has to be every day there. It's a 24/7, 360-day job. That's grandmaster. I'm not, okay? I can be a researcher, but I cannot be that because I don't have the body that condition to be like that. So we know who we are, okay? And so everybody do their own job and having fun, okay? Just so the bottom line is having fun, okay?
Having fun and be a good teacher.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah. So
it's sharing knowledge and try to make people get the best knowledge we can provide them.
So
that is the only way we can develop.
So you know, this is not an easy read book, okay?
No.
Because you will suspect that how come this is like that, like beyond your thinking of Wing Chun. It's beyond your thinking of Wing Chun. So there's a reason it make you worth the money. Yeah. I'm not writing my biography. If I want to write that, I can write that too. I have so many teachers. You guys know I get this teacher, that teacher. But that's not the point. The point is that it is a textbook, that a reference that you always can come back and see what happened. Because even me, I have to going back. Because there's no way I know everything. Right? So yeah, keep working on it. I know it is like that. Most people will not be able, and the reason is, if it's purposely to make you that you don't understand. Like you read an engineering book or finance books with all different kind of models, like a construction book where you have different type of stuff you don't understand. Then you go learning. Otherwise, what are you learning? Oh, I know this guy. I know Hendrik. I know this guy. I know this guy. So this book, I have a Hendrik signature there. I know him. See, I know him. I know him. Well, that is not about this book. This book is about like engineering book. Oh, I don't understand this. Is it true? Is it real? You question. Is that Hendrik screw up? You question. So you do research. Try it out. Is it real? That is the reason. That's called education. So that's why I don't want to do anything with the martial art guys. And I say I'm doing the culture. Because culture cannot afford that you just create all kinds of stuff, and then I think at the end everything damages. And so you know, and we want to share that it's about peaceful. Okay, it is not about putting down people. And of course, we respect for people who contribute, like Bruce Lee. But does Bruce Lee know this thing? Of course he's not. Of course I cannot know everything either. No, nobody is perfect, right?
No, it's impossible. It continues to develop. The day you know everything about martial art, and it's time to quit. Because reason, you can't learn it all.
Yeah, I mean, again, also, you know, the grandmaster, this grandmaster, that. That's why I say grandmaster is a title you put, you know, you respect people for their contribution, you give them the title, and then you leave them alone. You don't want to make use of them. My teacher is this grandmaster, that grandmaster. you know what? You actually, if you do that, you're actually taking advantage of all this grandmaster.
Yeah.
Right? Get the mind straight. If the mind is not straight, so that's why I say I invite everybody go watch the Kyokushin when Master Oyama teaching his summer camp and all this. They can see how, you know, is it fun to work with him, or is it anything, or he have a wing, he can fly.
Very enjoyable. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, well, you know, so have fun and work with the books and everything. If anything, you know, just let me know, okay? And
Okay.
that is how it's supposed to be. We want to start something good, something new. Even if you don't read my book, you watch my video, you know something, you can ask something questions, okay? That is the thing. Just don't, remember, you do sparring is only to check out. But if the opponent is not that type, but ego type, want to win type, don't play with them.
Yes.
Okay? No point. Right? But it's a friend,
Exactly.
you can play, or you can get me here, you know, you can exchange, then you can play. Okay?
In BJJ, we say if you're here to spar, leave your ego at home. Don't bring, just leave it at home and have fun. That's
it's a
it.
good one. That one we can learn from BJJ. Leave your ego home if you want to spar.
Yeah.
Right? We can learn from every style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, see you guys.
See you.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.